Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Dragon Ball Z manga retrospective, or reflection, I suppose. Both words work. I don't know. But today we'll be discussing Volume 3 of the manga. It's so cold in here right now. It's crazy. I'm in Arizona, and it's winter time here right now. And it always gets so fucking abysmally cold in the mornings, but then it's still somehow hot in the afternoon. It's ridiculous. Anyway, the previous volume left off with Yamcha getting blown up, and this picks up right after that. I mean, it's still in the fight with Nappa. So Nappa is like, oh shit, killed Yamcha. So now Yamcha's dead. And this volume opens with Tenshinhan retaliating against him. The first person that Nappa goes to try to kill is Tenshinhan, so he has to retaliate against him. And that does not go well for Tenshinhan. He gets his hand cut off. Nappa pushes his hand off. It's fucking crazy how it's illustrated. It's illustrated like a punch. Like his hand is balled into a fist. It's not like he's got the knife hand out or anything. He punches his fucking hand off. It's crazy. Which, again, just goes to show how powerful he is compared to them. I mean, it's important to remember that at this point, each of the Z fighters, that's what the group is called later on, is as strong as Raditz was when Goku and Piccolo fought him. And Nappa and Vegeta have referred to Raditz exclusively as, like, a weakling at this point. So it makes sense that he would be able to do that. But yeah, Tenshinhan is not happy about this, because he just lost his fucking hand, and neither is his little friend Chaozu, who... Chaozu is weird, because he's an Earthling. But he looks like a, you know those old Chinese ghost designs from movies that have like the circles on their cheeks? He's got like a completely white face. He's super short. He's got a little hat on. Is that the standard for Earthling designs in this series is really, really bizarre. Because Tenshinhan, I neglected to talk about this, Tenshinhan has 3 eyes. They're shaped like a pyramid on his face. It's 2 down where his eyes are, and then 1 on his forehead. And he's an Earthling. Like, they just talk about him like he's a normal dude. Of course, this is also on planet Earth, where dinosaurs are just densely populating the Earth. Something I forgot to mention is that Gohan, when he's foraging for food, when Piccolo's training him, is like, he gets a sword at some point and he like cuts off part of a dinosaur's tail just like that, and he like keeps going back to it for more food. It's really weird. But Chaozu is not very happy about Tenshinhan losing a hand. They're very close friends, like in Dragon Ball and everything. They've trained together, I think it's implied, their entire lives. So Chaozu is like, oh, Tenshinhan, please forgive me for what I have to do. And it's not even like really gone over what it is that he's about to do in the lore. I don't think he does anything like this in Dragon Ball. But he attaches to Nappa's back, says his goodbyes, and then he self-destructs. Nappa's like freaking out right now. He has no idea what's happening. And of course, Tenshinhan is also equivocally freaking out. So then Chaozu self-destructs. He detonates himself, and it kills him. And the problem with it killing him is that they've already had to resurrect him once before in Dragon Ball. So he can't come back to life with the Dragon Balls anymore, because Shenron never grants the same wish twice. So Chaozu is dead. As far as we know, for now, you know? Because that's something that you'll notice as we get into, like, the Frieza saga, is that Toriyama is quite literally never consistent with his rules. Just absolutely never. It's kind of crazy. But anyway, Chaozu dies. Everyone's very upset. You know, fair enough. Shit. Uh-oh. We're good. And then... oh, what happens after that? Oh yeah, Tin Shinhan, like, freaks the fuck out. And, weirdly enough, Krillin also freaks the fuck out. This upsets Krillin, like, almost more than anybody else. Bro, he's already dead. I want to get those Dragon Balls. Shit. Alright. Because that guy's got 2 of them. I'd have 6 right now if I'd grabbed those. But I really can't risk Cell finding me. Anyway. Shit. Fuck. Alright. Anyway, Krillin, like, freaks the fuck out. He starts going fucking ape shit on Nappa. And he kinda kicks his ass for a little bit. Ah, fuck. Oh well, he has 6 of the Dragon Balls now. Fuck. But yeah, he starts going ape shit on Nappa, because Nappa's fine. Like, this doesn't hurt Nappa at all. It does the same Raditz thing, where he's like in a cloud of smoke, and then he's just fine afterwards. There's the last Dragon Ball. But, and then he's just, he's super cocky still. He's still making all these comments, because he's an asshole. Nappa's like having fun. He's having a lot of fun throughout this whole thing. And, something else I forgot to mention is that in the previous fight, Piccolo loses an arm, and he just, like, grows it back, because I guess Namekians can do that. He just, like, regrows his arm completely. But, after that, yeah, Krillin starts fucking beating the shit out of him, and then they get, Gohan to fire some shit at him, which he avoids pretty easily. Like, Piccolo fires a special beam cannon at him, too. And he's fine. He dodges all of it. But, then, what happens after that is it cuts back to Goku. And Goku is, like, rushing down Snake Way as fast as he possibly fucking can now. Because he knows that everybody's in danger. So there's this really cool, really tense sequence of him, like, running back along Snake Way. And it's a really well done sequence. It's super tense. It's one of my favorites. And then Piccolo, seeing the opportunity, because Nappa's fighting other people, grabs his tail. Now, you'll remember that when Raditz's tail got grabbed, it stunned him, like it hurt him, and it took him down to the ground, actually. And Nappa doesn't react at all. He, like, makes fun of Piccolo for even trying it, and then Vegeta makes some kind of comment about how they've trained their tails to be immune to that weakness. Because fucking, of course they did, I guess. But, fuck, what happens after that? I really should know what happens after that. I admit that this is a pretty big oversight on my part. I think it's at that point that... oh! Yes! I remember now. They keep making comments about... oh, wait, no. No, I remember what happens now. My bad. This next scene is particularly upsetting. Because Nappa is, like, sick of everybody's shit at this point. Well, I wouldn't say he's sick of everybody's shit, but he's just kind of like, hey, check this crazy shit out. And he charges up and he fires a massive fucking beam out of his mouth. I can't remember what he calls it, if he even calls it anything. But he does this and he fires it at Gohan. Reminder that Gohan is like 5 right now. I was actually wrong about him being 5 during the Raditz stuff. He's 4 when Raditz shows up. And it's of course been almost a year since then, so he's about 5 right now. So he fires this big fucking mouth beam, at Gohan, and Piccolo just barely manages to jump in front of it. And this fucks Piccolo up bad. He like tears up his clothes, it fucking breaks the skin in a lot of places. And I can't remember what it is that he says to Gohan, but he says something to Gohan. And then he dies. This attack kills him. Toriyama has said before that he, like, doesn't feel sentimental at all for any of his characters, which is just kind of weird. That's, like, why he kills them off so frequently, is because he doesn't feel any sentimentality towards them. Okay. I mean, if he's just gonna stay up there. Oh, shit. My bad. Apologies for getting distracted. But, yeah, Piccolo dies, and Gohan cries, as he has been doing for a good while now. Fuck, I need to find this altar. I don't know where the hell these things are on this map. But anyway. I think there's one over here somewhere. But, what was I saying? Oh, right. Piccolo fucking dies. He bites it. And, of course, Nappa just fucking laughs at everybody. He's making fun of him the entire time. And at that point, it's, I think, at this point now... Oh, shit! I forgot something else that happens. Before this happens, Tenshinhan is fucking blasting the shit out of Nappa. He's super pissed that Chaozu's dead. This happens right after Chaozu dies, before Piccolo dies. And he is fucking furious. Like nothing else. So he starts using what he calls the Kiko Ho, which is key cannon, is what it translates to. I can't remember what they call it in the anime, because they call it something different in the anime. But, and he uses it over and over again in a desperate attempt to kill Nappa. And he uses it so much that it kills him. Like, I think he's up in the air when he's using it, and he just falls limp in the middle of the air, and he falls to the ground and he dies. It's a really upsetting scene. Fucking damn it. There we go. We got him. Hell yeah. It was a really shitty cell. Anyway. And yeah. Tenshinhan's dead, Piccolo's dead, Chaozu's dead, and Yamcha's dead. This leaves Krillin and Gohan alive. These are the only two people left at this point. And that is when they keep talking about Goku throughout the fight. And it's at this point that Vegeta's like, hey Nappa, I'm thinking that this Goku guy they keep mentioning might be Kakarot. And then he's like, let's wait 3 hours for Goku to show up. Or for Kakarot to show up. He never calls him Goku. Or I think he does like once or twice, and it's really weird, because he never calls him Goku. Even through all of Super, he never calls him Goku. But then Nappa's like, well, what the fuck? I just want to kill these guys, man. Why do we have to stop fighting? But Vegeta's Saiyan pride won't allow him to just not have some guy show up and kick his ass, I guess. I don't know. It's a really weird choice on his part. But at that point, they wait. They fucking wait. And I might have gotten it wrong that Piccolo dies before this point. I may have been wrong about that. I'll admit. I cannot remember. Okay, yeah. Vegeta, I have the volume here with me for reference. Yeah, Vegeta notices that Kakarot's on his way. And he notices his power level is, like, skyrocketed. It's, like, on par with his and way above Nappa's. And then Piccolo dies, and I actually forgot something really big about when Piccolo dies. I forgot a really important detail. So Piccolo, having been Demon King Piccolo originally, is directly tied to Kami, the Guardian of Earth, because Piccolo and Kami used to be a single Namekian, but Kami had all of the evil purged from his body when he became the Earth's Guardian, which was Demon King Piccolo, and then Demon King Piccolo was sealed away. So Piccolo dying causes Kami to die, and because Kami dies, the Dragon Balls deactivate and become stone. So they can't use the Dragon Balls to wish anybody back anymore, even the people that weren't, or that hadn't been wished back beforehand. So that's really, really bad. And Kami's, like, super old, so he's been talking about how, like, oh, I can feel myself, I can feel that my time is drawing near. And I can't tell if it's because I'm just old as shit, or if it's because, I'm gonna die. So, almost immediately after Piccolo dies, Goku shows up. I guess the 3-hour wait time thing, I can't remember if that's in the manga or if it's just in the anime. I feel like it's in the manga, but I can't find the specific panel for it. But then Goku shows up as soon as the fight with Gohan starts, and he interrupts Nappa. And so Vegeta's like, hey, kill Kakarot. Because they've identified him as Kakarot at this point, because Saiyans have a pretty distinct look about them. Even with his tail gone, it's the hair. It's the fucking hair. Which is weird, because Nappa's bald. So, Goku shows up, and Nappa tries to kill him, and he is, like, running circles around Nappa, because he is just so much stronger now. He's been training on a planet that has the same gravity as planet Vegeta, the planet that the Saiyans are from. Yes, it's called Planet Vegeta. Yes, the guy is called Vegeta. His dad is also called Vegeta. This Vegeta is Vegeta the Fourth. And so, he's, like, running circles around Nappa. Nappa, like, I think he tries to hit him at some point, and then he finds out Goku's on top of his head. Some shit like that. But yeah, he's fucking running circles around Nappa. And he just starts beating the shit out of him. He starts kicking his ass. And at that point, he brings up that he learned the Kaioken. Now, it hasn't been described what Kaioken is yet. But he brings up Kaioken. And I think Nappa calls it the, like, Kaio whatever, or some shit like that. He's like, oh, you still won't be able to beat me. And then Goku starts beating the shit out of him, which Nappa responds to by being like, holy shit, I'm gonna die. And then Vegeta is like, hey, Nappa, go away. Your fight is over. It's time for me to kill the shit out of this guy. And Nappa disagrees with that notion. Nappa thinks, I see these two people over here that aren't nearly as strong as Goku that I was about to kill, so I'm gonna kill them before I withdraw. And then he rushes down to go kill Gohan and Krillin, which Goku responds to by flying after him, obviously, and then he realizes that Nappa's too far away for him to reach him in time. So he activates the Kaioken, which makes him fast as fuck. And he, like, dive bombs into Nappa's spine. And in one of the most iconic shots in the entire franchise, he, on Nappa's way down, because it, like, deactivates his flight and everything, it fucking wrecks him. He's, like, holding Nappa up with one hand. Now, Nappa is, like, 6'6", some shit like that, which really puts into perspective the fact that Vegeta's 5'4", because he looks minuscule next to Nappa. And Goku's not... he's not 6 feet tall, I don't think. He might be, but I don't think he is. So this is, like... he even looks huge while Goku's carrying him. I cannot find fucking anything. This shit's crazy. Anyway, so it's at this point that he throws Nappa to the side, and he like goes over and asks Krillin and Gohan if they're okay. They explain everything, and then Nappa reaches out to Vegeta and he's like, "Hey Vegeta, fucking help me, please." He like can't stand. He's paralyzed. That one attack from Goku has paralyzed him. And then Vegeta is just like, "Hey, I don't have any use for a paralyzed Saiyan." And in the anime, he says the phrase, "Maybe you'll be more useful when you're dead." And then in both the manga and the anime, he flings Nappa up into the air and he fires an energy blast at him, and it fucking completely destroys him. It vaporizes him. It doesn't even leave a body behind, which really does bode for just how fucking unbelievably strong Vegeta is, because we just watched these characters struggle against Nappa, just Nappa, for like a volume. Like the length of an entire volume, pretty much. And now this guy has just obliterated him in half a second. Which, to be fair, Goku did the same thing. But still. And it is kind of implied that Goku is like... I think he's supposed to be just below Vegeta in terms of power level. I can't wait for power levels to not be relevant anymore, because after the Frieza saga, they just stop using them. They just go for the key stuff after that. But it's at this point that Vegeta's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna fucking murder the shit out of you." And then Goku is like, "Oh, well, you know, I'll fight you, but we need to go somewhere secluded where there's nobody around." Even because I guess they weren't in a secluded area before. They're like out in the middle of a wasteland right now. But they do. They leave. They go somewhere else. Where the fuck is this power key? This is ridiculous. Oh, we found it. Okay. I was gonna say, we gotta be finding it soon. Shit. We have 5 Dragon Balls. Shit. Anyway. What was I saying? Oh, right. So they go off somewhere else, and they start fighting. And this fight really... the start of this fight really does show just how evenly matched they are. They are, like, evenly trading blows throughout this entire thing. And they start firing a couple of energy blasts at each other. And that is where the volume leaves off, is at the start of the Nappa... or not Nappa. The Vegeta and Goku fight. So it doesn't feel right to just leave this off in the middle of this game. But I don't really have anything else to say, so let's go over a little recap, because a lot fucking happened in this volume. So, Yamcha dies right before this, as we discussed. Chaozu's dead, kills himself to try to kill Nappa. Does not work. So he's dead, Yamcha's dead, Tenshinhan is dead, Piccolo is dead. All of the Z fighters except Krillin and Gohan are dead as shit, which is even more shitty because Piccolo is dead, and without Piccolo, they can't use the Dragon Balls because Kami's dead if Piccolo's dead. So, you know, even the people that hadn't died before still can't bring him back now. Which, talk about fucking worst case scenario, right? Not much worse that could have happened from this fight. So we see this character who has been, like, beating everybody's asses this entire time. Goku shows up, and he fucking folds him. He just kind of shits on him for a while. Very cool, Frieza. Ow, fuck. How did that kill me? What? Whatever. Anyway. This leads to Goku folding him. Goku fucking destroys him. Utterly and completely. He paralyzes him. And then Nappa is like begging for his life at Vegeta's hands. He's like, hey, help me, please. And Vegeta does not help him. Vegeta fucking murders him because he thinks he's useless at that point. And then Vegeta and Goku go to fight. And that is where the volume ends. Lots happens. It's just a very short, abridged version of the fight, but... oh, shit. I'm gonna die. They're gonna win, but I'm gonna die. Unless they kill him fast enough, which is very possible. Oh, shit. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish this game, then. Oh, shit, they did it! So I technically survived, then. That's nice. Hell yes. But this is one of my favorite volumes. Probably the best part, or I shouldn't say it's the best part of the Saiyan Saga. It kind of is, though. It kind of is the best part of the Saiyan Saga. Aside from the next stuff. The volume after this, the fight between Goku and Vegeta, is some of my favorite shit in the entire franchise. It's such a good fucking fight. But we're not going to talk about that in this video. We are going to talk about that next time on this retrospective, whatever the fuck I'm calling this. I still don't really have a name for it. I changed the name of the other two videos because I thought they were too long-winded, actually. But I will see you guys in the next one when we talk about that fight. Bye-bye.